Made Up. It's your girl Diane, and today we are opening a Boxycharm. Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. It's my October box. I'm super excited to get this open. For you guys out there who aren't familiar with Boxycharm, this is a monthly subscription service where you pay $25 each month and you get a $125 value of makeup or beauty products, skincare products. So it's $25 a month for the base box. And then they also have some upgraded boxes, the premium, the luxe, but I stick with the base. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this open. So this is my October box here. This came in a little bit earlier than it has been lately, so I was very happy about that. My first item up that I'm taking out of the box here is this Frank Body Glow Mask. Okay, so here it is right here. This glow mask. I'm not too familiar with this brand, so I am very excited to give this a try. So, you know, I'll have to try that off camera a little bit later. But let's see, the next makeup item I have is this Dose of Colors concealer. That is cool, light medium in number 12. The only thing I've seen of really Dose of Colors are like eyeshadow palettes, or not that I've seen, but that I've tried. And I'm always really happy with the formula. So I'm definitely excited to see how this performs, and it does appear to be a good color match for me. I always get worried in Boxycharm. I know everyone gets excited that they've started carrying these complexion products, and I love that. The problem is if they get your shade right, because if they don't, then you pretty much have a burner item. So I'm excited that this looks to be all right. I definitely think I can work with this. So looking forward to trying that. The next item up are Ace Beauty lip liners. Oh, cap just fell off. Oh. All right, so there are two shades on this. One is Be Peachy and the other one is So Gorgeous. And hopefully you can kind of see that there, what the color scheme is. One of them looks to be like a neutral, and then the other one looks, oh, I would have sworn from the bottom that was pink, but it is more of a red, and I'll swatch it here for you guys so you can see it real quick. Whoa, yeah. Definitely a red. Don't know what I was thinking. And then here's the next color. This one is the Be Peachy. Okay, so yeah, I like that. I can get use out of both of those. Those are typically the two colors that I'm gonna be using if and when I'm wearing like lipstick and need a lip liner. So that is perfect. Let's move on to the next items here. Looks like we have a Luxie eye brush set. This is the Luxie Wanderlust set. So these are the brushes there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So a nice eye brush kit. I feel like I can get use out of all those brushes there. Nice little spoolie, and they feel pretty soft, so I'm definitely excited to get these. I always feel like you can always use more brushes. Face, eye brushes, doesn't matter. You can always use more. And then it comes in this nice little carrying case too. I like that a lot, and it's cute. All right, and then my last item up is the Ciate London. It's an eyeshadow palette. It's called the New England Editor Palette. So there it is there. The packaging is super cute. And then you can see how thin it is. And it's plastic, but it's like a nice plastic. I like it. So then it comes with big mirror there. So definitely a really nice color palette. You've got a good amount of different textures actually. You have a few mattes, a few satin finishes, and then what appear, they're not glitter, but they're more sparkly shades. Yeah, so definitely there are a few that seem a little bit chunkier, but I wouldn't necessarily call them flat out glitters, more of satin finishes in this palette. So let's go over pricing real quick, because I actually don't think that I went over that. So let's go ahead and go over that. The eyeshadow palette, the New England Editor palette, is $32. The Luxie Wanderlust set, that one is $40. Wow, did not think that that would ring up to be 40 bucks, but Anyway, moving on. The Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer is $24. The Frank Body Glow Mask, that one's $21.95. And then the Ace Beauty Draw It Up Lip Liner Duo is $16. So let's add that up and see what our total is. So our total here is $133.95. So for our investment of $25 this month, that's how much value we got in this month's Boxycharm. I should say that my variation is number 23, so every different variation could range. It could be a lot more, it could be a little bit less, but I think the minimum value is always going to be $125 on that. So definitely happy with my box. I'm looking forward to using these products. So without further ado, let's start trying on this makeup. So obviously I don't have enough makeup here for a full face, so I'm going to supplement, with my own products. We're gonna mainly feature though the products that came out of the box. So I already have foundation on. It is the new Selena Gomez Rare Beauty. That's the foundation that I'm using today, and that is really the only thing I have on as far as makeup goes. So let's go ahead and swatch this concealer, because that would be my next step generally. I'm gonna take a little bit in my hand here, so I don't know if y'all can see that. So typically right off bat, I can tell that the concealer I like to use is a little bit lighter than this. And this might be a little too dark on me. It might work for blemishes, but not necessarily, definitely not under the eye. So I've just patted it out here on my hand a little bit, and it's not far off, so we can definitely make it work, but not for my under eyes. So I'm gonna use it today to cover up some blemishes, some problem areas that I got going on. So let's see how that does on there. I'm gonna cover up some melasma, some hyperpigmentation. Ooh. That might have been too much. Let's go ahead and blend that in and see if we have a color match. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad at all. I think that worked. I can definitely make that work for my blemishes. So that worked out perfectly. I'm liking that, at least with the Rare Beauty foundation that I'm wearing right now. It seemed to blend well, but I'm gonna go with it, and then I'm gonna finish up with my under eyes, and any place that I want to brighten. I'm going to use this Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. I've been loving this lately. It really does help with the creasing, so I'm gonna finish up with this. We'll be right back. So we have finished up with the rest of the base, so some bronzer, blush. I finished up with that concealer and set the rest of the face. So now my base is done, so let's go ahead and move forward to the eyes, because I am so looking forward to getting this on my face here and also trying out these new brushes. I'm gonna go ahead and put some primer on my face. My eyes. I'm gonna prime my eyes. I'm gonna use the Milani eyeshadow primer. No real rhyme or reason here. I just have a few primers that I am going through right now, and I feel like I'm never gonna run out of eyeshadow primer, and I only have a few, but the stuff lasts forever. It's crazy. So I just grabbed one out of the drawer here. Now my lids are primed. Let's go ahead and get this palette open. So I'm gonna start off with this little brush here. It looks like they are marked. It says blending, but I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty tiny. It says blending. It is number 237, and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna go in with this shade here, and they don't have any shade names, so I'm going in with this light color right here in the corner. Light color is what I'll call it. Okay, so it seems like it's very soft. I barely tapped the brush, so very soft. I'm gonna start by just putting it in this outer V and then working out, having some fallout, so that's why I'm laughing, but working that into the crease area. And it's pretty light. I am going to keep putting this in the crease here. All right, so very, very light. It looks like I'm not gonna get much from that, but I think it's intended to be. So I don't know if you guys can see it now, but like, look how much powder picked up on that. Crazy, crazy. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. That one. And that one looks like it does have a plummy undertone, and it's sitting right next to some plum shades, so it would stand to reason that it's in the plum section. And I'm gonna go ahead and focus that in the outer V, and again, dragging it through the crease just to get some definition here, because right now we are a little light. It's a little non-existent right now. I like that. So I have been really enjoying little blending brushes like this where they're very, very small compared to, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the size difference, because of the shape of my eyes, I really feel like that's been helping me create a more defined look, or really placing shadow where I want and then blending, you know, just so that we're blending it out, but not necessarily losing that definition. Sometimes I feel like when I go in with the bigger, fluffier brushes, you just lose all definition on, especially on an eye like mine, where we're really trying to create definition that isn't there. I'm gonna finish up on the other eye. I'm gonna take the big, fluffier brush, no product on this brush, and I'm just gonna blend out things right now. I just wanna make sure that this base color here is blended very nicely, and also that they look about the same. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna place that in the center part of the lid. We're gonna see, now the other two shades were matte, so we're gonna see how this formula holds up to a brush. And we're not getting much color payoff, so we're probably, oh, second coat, I misspoke. But I'm still gonna change brushes here. Got more on the second go around, but I'm gonna use a flat brush that did not come with this kit. It is a MAC, I don't know which, I've had it so long that it has rubbed off here, but there it is right there. Let's just try it on the other side with my finger. So I'm just gonna take my ring finger and I'm gonna tap it on the center part of the lid. Let's see what we got here. I actually don't think that's much different, which is surprising, because most shades like this, they'll pop more with your finger, but I say it's about the same. So I'm gonna use the brush. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade right next door, this one right here. Similar in finish, just a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna put it right next to that color right here on the outer portion. I'm not gonna take it all the way into the V, I just want it to be a little bit darker there. So we're gonna go for an ombre effect, starting with darkest on the outside and heading toward the inner eye with the lighter shimmer shade. At first, I didn't think they looked too much different on the skin, but I can see the transition when I turn my head and it catches the light. So I like that. I like that so far. Then I'm gonna go in with this shade up here, that one right here. It's got a little bit of shimmer right here, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm gonna take it on this inner section of the eye and then also bring it into that inner corner. So it's just gonna do two jobs. It's working overtime. Okay, I like that. So I'm actually gonna go back in with those other colors a little bit, just that we've placed in the center and the outer corner, just cause I want them to blend together nicely. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit on where each color meets the next. So now I'm going to take that small brush again, and I am going to deepen up that outer corner with this shade right here. Now I'm gonna take the big fluffy brush and just kind of blend things out a little bit here. I am going to try to use this brush here. I know it's a little bit big. Normally I'd go with something smaller under my eye, but I'm gonna use this shade right here, this matte pink right there. Okay, So I'm gonna stop right there for the shadow. I'm going to finish up the rest of the eyes, the face, then we're gonna move on to the last products in our box. Okay, so the eyes are done. The last item, makeup item in the box that we're gonna use are the lip liners. I'm actually just gonna use one. So not really feeling the red vibe lately at all, but that will change as we get into the Christmas season. So I am going to use the shade Be Peachy, and I'm gonna outline my lips, most of my lips, and then I'm gonna go in with Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Lemonade. I love it so much. I'm obsessed. Okay. So that is the finished look. That is the final product. So I totally loved everything that I got in the box this month. Everything. The brushes performed well. The concealer is going to be perfect for my complexion. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. But my first impression that it worked, it was really nice, and it was pretty close to a perfect match for me. And then these shadows performed very well. So I used 7 out of 18 shades in this palette, and I liked every single one. I will say the mattes are very softly packed, but that's not a deal breaker. It blended very nicely. I didn't really have any patchiness going on, and I think it looks really, really nice. So I'm very, very happy with the look. I am looking forward to giving this a try, but I'll have to report later how this does. But for the most part, every makeup item I got in this box, I totally loved, which hasn't happened to me in quite a while, so I'm very excited. All right, you guys, well, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you saw today, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. All right, you guys, I had a good time, and I hope you guys did too. Till next time, bye.